Hello, my dear students, and welcome back. I know, exams are just around the corner, and sometimes fractions can feel a little tricky. But please, don't you worry one bit. In the next few minutes, we are going to make them super, super simple and maybe even a little fun. Are you ready? Okay, let's dive right in. So, to get started, I have a little puzzle for you. Just look at the question on the screen. Can 1/3 be bigger than 1/2? Now, your brain is probably screaming, no way, half is always, always bigger than 1/3. But what if I told you it actually can be? Let me show you how. Okay, now look at this problem. This one is straight from your textbook. This is Tamana. Now, she has two chocolates. See? One is big and one is small. And she says something very interesting. She says 1/3 of her big chocolate is actually bigger than 1/2 of her small one. So look at the picture. What do you think? Could she possibly be right? Let's solve this mystery together. Right. So our first mission, should we choose to accept it, is to solve this chocolate puzzle. And trust me, by the end of this, you'll know exactly why Tamana is right, and you will have learned the #1 most important rule about fractions. And here it is. Get ready, you might want to write this down, tattoo it on your brain, because this, my friends, is the golden rule of fractions. It's the key to everything. So, here's the secret. You can only, and I mean only, compare fractions fairly if they come from the same sized whole. Think about it like this. If I give you half of a small pratha and your friend gets 1/3 of a giant, huge pratha, whose piece is bigger? It could totally be your friend's. Why? Because the starting prathas were not the same size. Tamana was being very clever. She was comparing a piece of a big chocolate to a piece of a small chocolate. Okay, great job on that one. Let's move on to our next big idea. I like to call these joie fractions. You know, like twins. They might look a little different on the outside, but really, they're exactly the same. We're talking about equivalent fractions. So, what on earth are equivalent fractions? It's simple, really. They're just fractions that are written with different numbers, but they mean the exact same amount. You know those trends you see on Instagram? Same person, different outfits? It's exactly like that. The person is the same, just the clothes have changed. Same idea here.
And this shows it perfectly. Just look at 1/2 and 2/4. Yeah, the numbers are different. But imagine you have a cake. If you eat 1 out of 2 equal pieces, or you eat 2 out of 4 equal pieces, you've eaten the exact same amount of cake. See? They are judwa fractions, twins.
Now, you might be wondering, how do we make these twins? It's so easy, it's almost like a magic trick. Just follow these steps with me. First, pick any fraction. Let's say 1/3. Okay. Step 2, pick any number you like, just not 0. Let's pick 2. Now for the magic part. Just multiply the top number and the bottom number by 2. And poof, 1/3 becomes 2/6. They look different, but they have exactly the same value. See? Easy peasy. Let's keep this momentum going. Now that we've got the golden rule down and we know all about our judwa fractions, let's figure out how to compare them to see which one is bigger or smaller. This is a very, very common exam question, so pay close attention. All right, here's another little story for you. We have Sevi and Shami, and they're sharing a chickie. Now listen carefully. They're sharing one chickie, so the whole is the same this time. Sevi ate 1/3 and Shami ate 2/3. So, who do you think ate more? The rule for this is so simple, you're gonna love it. When you're comparing two fractions and the bottom numbers, the denominators, are the same, you just have to do one thing. Look at the top numbers, the numerators. That's it. The fraction with the bigger top number is the bigger fraction. I mean, it just makes sense, right? Two pieces of something are always more than one piece. So, going back to our chickie problem, since 2 is bigger than 1, it means 2/3 is bigger than 1/3. So Shami definitely ate more of the chickie. Aw, poor Sevi. All right, are you feeling confident? I think you are. Let's put your new skills to the test with a super quick practice round to get you all warmed up for your exams. Cello, let's practice. I'll show you a question, and you just shout out the answer. Ready? Let's go. First one up. We've got 1/4 and 3/4. Which sign goes in the middle there? Less than or greater than? Come on, the bottom numbers are the same, so you just look at the top. It's less than. Of course it is. 1 is less than 3, so 1/4 is less than 3/4. Fantastic. You got it.
Okay, next one. Let's go a little faster. 5/7 versus 2/7. The bottoms are the same. Look at the top. 5 versus 2. What is it?
It's greater than. You're on fire. 5 pieces are definitely more than 2 pieces. Excellent job. You're becoming a fractions expert, I'm telling you.
Okay, last one for our rapid fire round. 7/8 and 3/8. What's the answer? Quick, quick, quick.
Yes, greater than again. Superb. 7 is bigger than 3, so 7/8 is greater than 3/8. See, I told you this was easy. You guys are brilliant. So, my dear students, you have all done so well. In just a few minutes, you've basically gained a new math superpower. This is going to help you so much in your exams. So let's just quickly recap everything you've learned. Okay, here are your 3 superpower rules to remember. Number 1, the golden rule. Remember Timona's chocolate? To compare any fractions, the wholes must be the same size. Number 2, our judwa or twin fractions. They can look different but have the same value. And rule number 3, the easy peasy comparison rule. If the denominators are the same, the bigger numerator wins. And that's it. You've totally got this. Fractions are not scary monsters. They are actually pretty simple once you know the rules. So please, go into your exam hall with your head held high, full of confidence. Fractions are your friends now. Tenshin nahi lene ka. All the very best.